Yeah, you inspire me to be a better person every day.
Oh, can I inspire you to pick an Instagram profile picture? Because I'm so tired of that shit changing.
You just read the shit out of me.
Sorry. We're supposed to be illiterate in Bimbo Book Club. I did not mean to read you like that.
Okay, wait, who says it?
Fuck. Okay. If it's your episode, you get to welcome them to the book club. If it's not your episode,
You say the
you
names.
yeah, you get to introduce.
Okay, so
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bimbo Book Club.
hi, I'm Katy and that's Bert. Hey
Um,
guys.
and today we're talking about how actually that's not true, Ellen.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see my hat, but actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
Gagged. Gagged. Oh my god. This was such a like came to I was just sitting there and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I swear like
Yeah.
the clouds opened up and like sun came down and like the skies echoed like
Oh my God, yeah.
actually no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
The second you texted me, I screamed. Like I screamed and I kind of shit a little.
Um not to bring up things that don't exist, but
Yeah.
there are archived videos of us on the internet. Not us doing porn, that's still readily available.
Yeah.
But I forget what we were talking about, but just I remember you doing this so clearly. You went, Ellen DeGenerate, and I could not tell you the context. I could not tell you the topic. I could not tell you anything except for the fact that anytime she comes up, whether you're involved or not, that is what I see in my head. Is you going, Ellen
Ellen
DeGenerate?
degenerate. I'm sorry. That's what she is to me.
But before we get into the really important things,
Right.
I had a pretty uneventful week. Do you have anything going on with you?
Mm,
Mm.
not much, honestly. It's been just like a really, really chill, really casual week. So yeah, the news is out. I'm engaged. I'm engaged to be married, gay married,
Betrothed?
betrothed.
I'm so fucking happy. Oh my God. Can't wait to celebrate
Yes.
your nuptials, your gay nuptials.
Thanks so much. And I just have to tell everyone seriously, 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 if you're having trouble finding someone, really consider getting a he, they lesbian, a trans masc lesbian, because they really will rock your world. Rock.
A
Also,
rock.
ring details. This is a citrine and it's a vintage ring.
Love, thrilled for her. Love
So I'm
citrine.
inheriting someone else's trauma.
Through the ring. Does she have any properties? I don't know how on board I am with like crystals and such, but are there any alleged properties of her that we know of?
Yes. So my future sister-in-law's mother is very into it. And when she received the photo of my ring,
Mm-hmm.
she told me that it was, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Healing light, optimism, success.
Okay, that's all good things. That's all
Yeah.
good things.
So I feel like that's really the vibe right now. That's really the vibe. Healing light, optimism, success. We're doing it. We're doing the damn thing. We're Angela Bassett doing the thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so
Whee!
excited. I'm so excited. Um Beautiful. I could book club that in and of itself. Amazing. So
Amazing.
more to come on engagements. But this week, as previously mentioned, we are dissecting the Ellen DeGeneres Dakota Johnson interview, which I don't know if we directly attributed it, but it did like start the downfall of Ellen. It started the end of Ellen.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I I okay, so I assigned this as a task to myself, as a challenge to myself, because I cannot watch cringy clips. Same reason I can't watch reality TV. I can't do secondhand cringe.
You can't do the cringe,
I
which,
can't.
oh, you gotta embrace the cringe. What
I
was
do
it?
with myself, but I
That
can't.
girl, there was a girl on the internet. I'm so sorry if I
Always
don't know who
stress
you are.
best.
No, there
Sorry.
was
I need to stop
someone
yelling
that
names.
I don't actually know who it is, but maybe I'll try to find them and tag them. But they created a concept that was like climbing Cringe Mountain.
Were they a
Do
millennial? That sounds low key millennial, but I'm not
No, I
opposed to
don't think
it.
so. I think it is a
Okay.
Gen Z thing. Like I think it's like post irony. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of like the making yourself like rejection therapy and like cringe therapy, like making yourself kind of do stuff like
Mhm.
that. That's what this was for me. Um, so maybe at some point we'll book club the who will be washing your toilets, Donald Trump clip, because I also have never made it past 3 seconds of that video.
In
I
the
can't,
sense that,
in the sense that I know it. I know the lore. It's like Glee. Have I
yeah,
seen the full thing? No. Do I know everything about it? Yeah.
you've gotta watch Glee.
I feel like at this point I can't. And also I know
That's
everything that
true.
happens. I do want to book club Glee, but like from my perspective as someone who knows everything but has never seen it. I have another disclaimer before we jump in.
Yes. Disclaim away.
Yes, because this is the first one we've recorded since we actually put an episode out, since we've gone
Hmm.
live. I don't hate Katy. It's just the angle is kind of weird and I have resting bitch face. Um there are times where you're talking and I'm literally like,
No, apparently same for me.
yeah, I think it's just I position the camera a little better so that when I'm looking at you, I'm still kind of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
But I just want to say
We're
I'm
really
not
happy to be here. We're really, truly, we are great, great, great friends.
I talk to about 3 people outside of work. So the
Same.
fact that I'm on this call doing this, I mean, it's gotta mean something. Anyway, I realized that I was watching I did it real bad in Housewives, and I also didn't do great in Zombie Island, but we've changed locations. I'm trying to be
We've
more
changed
calm
locations.
and chill and not show the butts that are directly above my head. But
We don't want to get demonetized. We
no.
want to get monetized before we get demonetized.
Right, right. I feel like you have to be more monetized before you can show cheeks.
Yeah,
Um,
agree. Agree.
work.
Work.
Okay. So let's jump in. The year is 2019. Dakota Johnson has starred in the movie Peanut Butter Falcon. Have you seen Peanut Butter Falcon?
You know what? My family put it on over COVID,
So
which is a
no.
really, really dark time for me.
Yeah.
And I truly think I was on the phone with you and they started it and then we got off the phone and I came downstairs and watched the last like 10 minutes. So no.
Okay. I have not seen it either. I was not aware this film existed.
Hmm.
But anyway, she is on the Ellen show promoting Peanut Butter Falcon. And I mean, go look this up. If you just look up, actually, no, Ellen, that's not the truth.
Oh
Or
yeah, it'll
like
come up.
the video on YouTube is actually called like Ellen is not Dakota Johnson's favorite comedian or something. But anyway, you can find it. I'm not kidding. Like maybe 6 seconds into this video, we are slapped in the face with
Hmm.
this encounter. But it eats. I almost had us do a reenactment, but then I was like, I think people can just watch the video. It's
People
fine.
can just watch the video. I don't think they need to see that.
No, it's fine. I will quote it enough in this that they'll get the gist.
Yes.
But it basically, if you haven't seen it, in her previous appearance, Ellen had been like, "Yeah, weird that you didn't invite me to your birthday," which I didn't know they were friends. Whatever. But in this one, she brings it up again, like 3 seconds into it. She's like, "So your birthday just happened. I wasn't invited again," and we get the
The
pop culture
infamous.
pivot that is actually no, that's not the truth, Ellen. I remember hearing this the first time and being just like,
Same. I like truly, I think the first time I saw it, because I used to be this way too. I could not handle like
mm-hmm,
confrontation.
mm-hmm,
Watching Housewives has really gotten me over that quick.
cool.
But I used to not be able to watch confrontation at all. And I remember when this first happened and I was like, oh my God. Because that also was like Ellen wasn't fully canceled. So I was
No.
still like, oh, but then I was like, okay, something's up, something's weird. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was, oh God. The secondhand embarrassment I felt seeing that clip for the first time was like unlike anything I've ever felt in my
I
life.
know. And she just doubles down. I mean,
So hard.
Ellen's like, no, I wasn't. What are you talking about? And Dakota Johnson goes, ask anyone. Ask
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah. Ask literally anyone. Starts pointing.
Yeah, to some Jonathan in the
Everyone.
crowd. She's and
Jonathan.
Jonathan shares
Jonathan.
Jonathan shares the information, and Dakota Johnson looks Ellen DeGeneres in the eye and says, "I didn't know you wanted to be invited. I didn't know you liked me."
It's such a ballsy thing to say.
I mean, that's her energy, and
Yeah, no,
I,
totally.
I didn't get on the Dakota Johnson train until Madam Web.
Oh
Um,
my, wait. When did that come out? Was that recently?
like within the last year and a half, I think.
Okay.
I think it was March of last year that it came out.
Mm.
Um, it that movie is a weapon of mass destruction, and it is terrible. And the whole press conference, she's literally just like, "Yeah, the movie's not good. Like, maybe you don't need to go see it."
My
Um,
God.
it so that's what got me on that, and then also the Architectural Digest interview. Have you seen this where
Oh,
she's walking the limes and
The
she's like,
limes, and she's allergic to limes.
yes, but in the interview she's like, these lime, I love limes. Limes are my favorite.
Yeah, and she's literally allergic
Allergic.
to them.
Oh,
It's
so
so funny.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, she's not like this incredibly brilliant actress by any means, but
no,
she is so entertaining in real life. I don't really care to watch her on the screen. I
no,
like whatever. I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. It's fine. It's actually not fine.
I haven't
It's
seen it,
actually not
so
fine, Ellen. It's actually like, not that good. I
it's
don't know
actually
why I
not
said it's
okay.
fine. But yeah, in real life, she is so entertaining.
He's so fucking funny, dude.
So
I
entertaining.
and her SNL bit about being a nepo baby or whatever, when they make the nepo baby truce and they all put their hands in and they're like a foot in the door and so much more. I don't know if you've seen that. That shit's funny as hell too.
I have not seen that.
Oh my god, it's the just
Holy shit.
look up like Dakota Johnson Do Not Destroy SNL.
Okay,
It's
fierce.
just them reading the fuck out of each other. One of them looks at her and is like, "I would love to meet the star of Madam Web. Could you introduce me to Sydney Sweeney?" Like they're just
Because those boys are Nepo babies too, right? Or like some of them, most of
all
them.
but the ginger. The ginger's
Okay.
not a nepo baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
He made it on its own.
On its own. By it, do you mean
Sorry.
ginger?
We have a really bad habit of using it as a pronoun.
I use it to refer to children all the time. I forget
Me
that children
too.
children can be a they. I'm like,
Children, puppies.
puppies, yeah, anything. Apparently women
Cats.
for me.
Women for
Sorry.
you.
Gingers
Gingers
for
for me.
yeah, we'll get it one of these days.
Yeah.
So Dakota Johnson goes, I didn't know you wanted to be invited to my birthday. I didn't know you even liked me. And then goes,
Hmm.
ask anyone. And someone in the crowd, I'm assuming Ellen's assistant, someone on production, is like, yeah, she's right. You were invited. Where were you?
Yeah.
Or she asked Ellen, where were you? And Ellen was like, I had that thing. Do you know where she was?
Yes.
This is
I
fucking
just was
crazy.
reminded of where she was today. I totally forgot this bit. Can we say it together?
You can do a lot of weird things with the wordings, but okay.
All right. Who was she with?
She George
George
Bush.
W.
Oh,
Bush.
W. Bush. See, this is what, will you just tell him? You just say it
George W. Bush. She was with George W. Bush
at a baseball game.
at a baseball game, sitting beside him, laughing with him, smiling with him, cracking jokes with him, probably making out a little,
Probably making out a little
to
bit.
be honest.
Yeah. They have the same energy. I can't say they don't have the same energy.
No, that's accurate, I would say.
Yeah. I just think that is all the more iconic that that's where she was instead of Dakota Johnson's birthday party.
Yeah, and the fact that like I don't know, the whole time I was just thinking like I wonder if she actually knew that's where she was and if she's trying to
Mm-hmm.
dodge it in that way. But honestly,
Yeah.
no, because she doesn't try to hide the fact that they're besties.
No, she caught a lot of shit and she made a statement, which I think there's some merit to when like they weren't in office promoting the legislation of like,
Yeah.
I think it's important to be friends with people that don't share our exact beliefs. I agree with that, but polar opposites against your fundamental rights.
Yeah, I would be friends with someone who said that like they liked a more rustic loaf of bread versus sourdough, and we
Hmm.
could talk about the benefits and the downfalls of the
Yes.
different types of bread. I don't think I would want to be besties with somebody who literally wants me dead.
No. Who or like wasn't he president during Katrina and she's from New
She's
Orleans
from Louisiana,
and he like
yes.
infamously fumbled the bag on that shit and
He fumbled the bag on two big things. That's the gays and Louisiana.
two
I
very
mean,
important parts.
he fumbled the bag on a lot of shit, but both of those things pertain to Ellen
Yeah.
DeGenerate herself. Let me know if that's problematic to say. I
Ellen
don't know.
DeGenerate?
Yeah,
No. I don't think degenerate's problematic to say.
I don't think it is either. I don't know what it means really. I mean, I think it means you can't have kids, right?
What?
Is that what it means?
I have to look this up. Where's my phone? Because no, I thought it meant like
Like
under
stupid.
yeah, like underachieving student wise. Like a kid who's
Oh.
like skipping school and like hanging out by the gas station trying to get people to buy beer. Like that's who I would describe as a degenerate. Maybe they can't
Oh.
have kids, but that's not why I would call them a degenerate.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Einstein.
I could be wrong though, because you saying that makes me like, God damn. I guess I
I don't
never really looked
know.
into the definition of
Well,
degenerate. I
actually,
don't know
that
where
would
my
make
phone
sense
is.
because there's literally a restaurant down the street from me called The Degenerate, and I don't think it would be called that if it meant like you can't have kids or something.
God.
My friend's dad in high school, I remember my friend telling me that her dad called Ellen that. And that's like it's stuck with me. It's stuck with me all these years. So I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just my little thing I wanted to say to Ellen. It's just my little piece of love I'm sending straight to the DeGeneres household. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, I'm not over that. Yes.
From one les to another. Get with it, sister.
God, she has such straight person energy. She's a gay person
She
made for
does.
straight people.
Absolutely.
No, she's like a tail. Like she was necessary for evolution, but at a certain
Yeah,
point you stop needing her, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Basically, they get into talking about the birthday, the
Hmm.
party, the events. And Tig Notaro performed, and they did a segment that apparently they also did at Ellen's birthday where they performed. And Dakota Johnson just, I mean, levels Ellen. If she was swinging
Yeah.
before, she's murdering this bitch live on television at this point
She's slaughtering.
because they're talking about Tig Notaro and Dakota Johnson goes, "Yeah, they're my favorite comedian." In front of Ellen. And is that the point where she gets up and just tries to walk off stage?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think she literally just gets up and walks off the stage.
Oh my God. It's so cringe, but it's so funny.
Yeah, and
Oh
unfortunately,
my God.
Ellen does have enough charisma to keep it from being like, how are we going to bounce back from this?
Yeah, but it's like so much overcompensation
It's
that it's
so
like,
much.
it's so tough to watch.
I don't I can't do that. And then on the tails of that, Ellen is like, "Oh, well, you know them from my birthday party because they performed at my birthday party and you were there," which shady as fuck. And then Dakota Johnson goes, "I had left by that point."
This whole thing is like if you were to just keep digging and digging
Thinking,
and digging yourself into a hole.
I
Like both of them are digging, and it's so funny. Like they are both digging in entirely
yes.
different ways.
And Dakota Johnson doesn't give a shit. She's fucking whistling while she works, throwing that dirt over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Ellen is blindsided every time because she's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you know Tig Notaro from my birthday," and Dakota Johnson's like, "No, I left before they went
No.
on."
Dakota's like, I know Tig Notaro because they're Tig Notaro. Like
Right. Do you
I
live
know who they
under a
are.
rock? Because
Do you live under a rock, Ellen?
Even Tig Notaro's under a rock. That's a great show if you haven't seen it.
Rock.
Anyway, after Dakota Johnson is like, "I left early," she just looks at the audience and she goes, "Gosh, this really isn't going well."
Praise. Praise to her. Praise to Dakota Johnson. Thank you. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
She is so, oh my God. That's such an iconic moment. I think that that might be, besides the obvious event of her saying this
Yes.
sentence, I think that that is my second favorite moment because I'm just like, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta address it.
you gotta address it. And it's not her first awkward interview with Ellen.
No, it's, oh my God, it's really not.
Oh my God.
And that's
Okay.
what makes it even better.
I cannot do. Okay. Did
Yeah,
you watch the one from before her
I
previous
didn't.
appearance?
No.
Okay. Immediately out of the gate, Ellen starts slut shaming her. Like, not even
I saw
slut
that.
shaming.
I
Yeah.
saw because I read I
An article
I
was read to you.
an article was viewed by me but not read, just simply absorbed. There, the Vox article
Yes.
talks all about that. That apparently as soon as she came out, she's just talking about her
Yeah.
skirt.
Left, right, and center. I mean, yeah, it's not even slut shaming. It's just outfit shaming. Like, she's literally like, oh, you might want to cover that up. And Dakota Johnson makes some joke about, like, oh, I have this tattoo. I don't know if it's for a role or she just got a temporary tattoo. She has a fake tattoo. She's like, I didn't know that was going to be showing. And Ellen's like, that's not what I'm worried about. And starts putting tissues over her legs. Also, like, it is not that low of a skirt. It really is not.
I saw a picture of it. It's literally like a skirt anyone would wear.
Yeah, it's like mid thigh. We're
Yeah, I
fine.
mean, yeah, it's short, but like we all wear short things. Like
Right.
that's
Also, I have a dick and balls. I've worn skirts shorter than that, and no one has seen a thing. So I
you
don't
certainly
know.
have.
I don't know
Yeah.
why we're concerned about that.
No, you've certainly worn
Yeah. But anyway,
shorter.
if the outfit stuff wasn't enough, immediately she goes like, I forget the exact words, but she's like, bold outfit for someone who's pregnant. Hey, by the way, Dakota Johnson not announced that she's pregnant.
No.
Not no signs that she's pregnant. Nothing's
And
been
was not
leaked,
pregnant.
and was actively degenerate, maybe actively not having kids at this time. Um,
Dakota degenerate.
I, I really don't think that means you can't have kids. I feel very confident in that. If not, you're gonna have a
Okay.
hell of a time editing this episode.
I know.
But I
We'll
mean,
look it up later.
you already may have a hell of a time editing this. I'm so sorry. Um, anyway, it just there's enough charisma between the two of them in their both of them in their weird little ways of being charismatic that like the interview doesn't fully crash and burn, but
Yeah.
Ellen is continuously trying to steer away from that and failing miserably. Like,
Yes.
she tries to bring up Tig Notaro as like, oh, that's something we share, something we have in common. Tig Notaro performed at both of our birthdays. And Dakota's like, I left before that happened. I didn't even know.
Yeah, she just keeps shooting her down.
Yeah, and then she
Shooting,
goes,
shooting, shooting.
but she did this, or Dakota Johnson goes, but Tig, they did the same bit at my party. And Ellen goes, how'd you know it was the same bit if you left? And Dakota goes, they explained it.
Yeah.
Like, head first into traffic every step of the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
What a gal.
and after all of this goes down, I don't know. I would try to have a lighthearted conversation. I would try to have a good time. We're not going to go fully into this, but Ellen decides to bring up Shia LaBeouf's arrest on the set of this Peanut Butter Falcon movie.
Bitch. Okay, that was literally something I wanted to discuss with you. The way it goes from the craziest moment in television history
Mm-hmm.
straight into this like serious conversation, and you can tell she's like coming down from that experience and trying to
Yes.
be serious, but she's like tripping over all her work. It is so painful. That to me was almost more painful to watch than the first part.
I skipped part of it because I didn't need to watch that for this video. Like that,
It
I,
was tough.
and Dakota Johnson is trying to be like compassionate and aware, but also like it's really not her story. It's really not her bit to tell. And so she's
Yeah.
just she's hitting like the things that you would say. She's like, it's not my thing. I hope he's doing okay. Goes through
Mhm.
the whole checklist and then it's like, now what? Like,
It, what
Immediately after that,
it's literally so what now?
I don't know. I just it wasn't like a car crash because it was so slow and it was so painful to watch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, it
couldn't.
was really painful to watch.
I didn't know it got that bad afterwards. Like I kind of was like, oh,
I
we're
did
in the
not either.
clear. We're in the clear. We've done the cringe part. You know, I'll do my due diligence. I'll watch the rest of this video in case they make any other snarky comments. Zooey mama.
Zooey Mama, it gets worse.
It gets so much
It doesn't
worse.
get better. It gets worse.
It gets so much worse. So that's the tea that we have there. I have a note that says later someone says she's not a friend of mine. I don't know who that's referring to, but one of them said that about the other one, and I forget who. But that was after the whole arrest conversation, and I was just like, I can't lock in on this. I just made a
No.
little side note and threw caution to the wind and moved on.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta move on for your own mental sake because I think if I ever watched the full video again, I think I might die.
I think I might too. I think I can't. This is really fucked up. Do you know what I equated my feeling to after watching the video?
Oh Jesus, what?
Have you seen Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yes.
In the program Don't Fuck with Cats, there's a scene of terrible things happening to two cats, and one of the citizen detectives that cracked the case said, I've never seen the full thing, but I've seen bits and pieces, and I've seen the worst parts in small doses. And I said, me and her, we're not that different. This
Not
lady
that
who
different.
watched two cats get murdered, she's just like me watching the Dakota Johnson Ellen DeGeneres interview.
Mm-hmm. The only difference is in this case, you're just watching one cat get murdered.
But I
Fucking shit.
did you ever go to the Ellen show when you lived in LA?
No, no, because okay, so actually, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The first time, because I sort of interestingly lived on and off in LA for over the course of a few years,
Yeah.
and I would go during the summers in college. And one of the summers, my friend was working somewhere. I can't say who, and I can't say where, and I can't say what. But someone was in a room with Ellen, and they literally came and told my friend about the way Ellen acted and the way people were starting to talk about Ellen in the industry. So I got this information before it broke and before this happened.
Oh my God. Will you tell me who afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thrilled. Okay. Oh, that's so exciting.
But yeah, so no, every time
Mm-hmm,
that was only after I had only lived there for like a summer.
mm-hmm.
And then when I lived there like full time, it was COVID times. And then also Ellen was canceled.
Well, also during COVID times, she said the thing where she was like, it's like I'm a prisoner right now. Well,
Yes,
stories.
in her fucking $1 million mansion.
Oh, well over.
Billion
Yeah,
dollar
billion
mansion.
dollar.
I meant to say
Easy.
billion.
Yeah. Well, there are like actively stories coming out that are like conditions in prisons have never been worse than during the
Yeah.
pandemic. She's like, it's like being in a
No.
prison. I'm going to go in my pool now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have my private chef cook me a meal.
Yeah. Get fucked. Um, I love that you had that heads up. I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that story before. This is
Yeah,
breaking
yeah.
news.
It was pretty
6 years
wild
late.
because I was like very shocked, but then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I shouldn't be shocked because the thing about Ellen, my family was a big Ellen family. My mother
Same.
watched that show every single day of her life. So Ellen was always on in our house and my mom loved her. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember being like, I heard she's a bad person. And my mom was like, no,
No.
she, no.
Her
But
last
I
name
was
is
like,
literally the Generous. How can she be a bad person? That's what I thought her
she
name was
is
growing up.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Like you know how there's like Tyler the Creator, Megan the
Yeah,
Stallion. I thought it was
she's Ellen
Ellen. I thought
DeGeneres.
it was Ellen the Generous. She was
Yeah,
always giving
no,
people
that makes
money.
sense. That
Yes.
makes sense. But yeah, I was like, no, I think she's bad. And then when I was like really reflecting on it,
Hmm.
bitch, nobody who gets off on scaring people like that is a good person.
No.
And you watch
Oh,
the joy,
true.
the joy in
Yeah.
that bitch's face when she scares people, when she scares Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson crawling under a table.
I just think, and she also, didn't she do that other show, that one where people would like do crazy shit, like they would
Oh,
like fall into holes and stuff.
game match.
Y-
Game of
Yes.
games. Ellen's game
And
of games.
yes, and she would be like laughing her ass off. And I
Hmm.
was like, there's
Yeah.
no way you're a good person. There's no way you're a good person. And then
No.
it came out that she wasn't. So I felt very vindicated.
Yeah.
But when I learned this information, I was at first like, no, that can't be true. And
Right.
then I thought, no, actually that's not the truth, Ellen.
That's not the truth.
You
Well,
know.
so the way it came to light is a comedian named Kevin T. Price, whose name I remembered did not just have to read, tweeted that pretty soon after this interview, that Ellen is notoriously one of the people in Hollywood that everyone who's like kind of an insider knows is bad and everyone
Yeah.
on the outside loves. So for every reply to this post telling a shitty story about Ellen, I will donate $2 to the LA Food Bank. Um, the post got over 2,000 responses. I think it got a lot bigger than he thought, and I think he wound up donating like $600, which is more than I've donated to the LA Food Bank. So I'm not gonna throw any
Same.
judgment there. Yeah, um, but some of the stories that came out, people come out with stories about her being rude to crew, to guests, to things like that behind the scenes, very high maintenance. I will say, I do think that high maintenance is something that's going to kind of run pretty steady when you're working in Hollywood. You and I both have experience in the industry, you much more so than me. But even in my like limited experience, everyone is kind of a little bit entitled. I
Oh
always say
yeah.
they don't say please, but they do say thank you. Like they're going to directly ask you for something, but when you get them that thing, they're going to say thank
They're
you.
gonna say thing. That's a good way to describe it. I would say
Yeah.
like that's even true of people we worked with together.
Oh, absolutely.
Like not like our direct people we worked with,
Yeah.
but like people that would come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah. Except for Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler. Were you ever there when Henry Winkler
I
came
don't
in?
think I was there when when Henry Winkler was there.
Can I tell my Henry Winkler story? It's
Yeah, tell
0%
your Henry
related.
Winkler
It's
story.
the most precious thing. Okay.
Yeah.
When
Hmm.
we worked at this production company, Henry Winkler would occasionally come in. And I'm not trying to oversell my connection with him. What my lack of connection to him is what makes the story incredible. But basically, he comes in on the first day and is walking into a meeting with the people who actually matter. And they're like, and these are our interns. And he stops and he's like, oh, what are your names? And, you know, we all go around, we introduce ourselves. And he like says them back to us and move on. Hey, that's cool. I met the Fonz, you know, rock and roll. I've never seen an episode of Happy Days, but I met the guy who jumped the shark. I met the pioneer of jumping the shark. That's cool. 3, 4 weeks later, he came in for another meeting. I'm getting them coffee. I come into the meeting room. I give them their coffee. And he turns around and looks at me and goes, thank you so much for getting the coffee, Bert. I really appreciate it. And
Damn.
did it with everyone else. Like, made sure to, like, even the interns that he met, like, once was like, nice to see you again, intern name. Nice to see you
Wow.
again. Yeah, it was before you started, but it was one of those things where I was like, oh shit, okay. And
Yeah.
you routinely hear those stories about him. Like anyone, a lot of times, when like who's the nicest person in Hollywood, you typically get Henry Winkler over and over. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, so we're talking about terrible celebrities, but that is a
That's a good one.
gem of a celebrity.
A good egg.
As far as my exposure is, which is 3 conversations, but you know. Anyway, that's just a story I had to tell because it made me happy.
That's so cute.
That's one of
That's
my
actually
dad's
so cute.
that's one of my dad's favorite stories. He loves to tell. He's like, you know, my son's on a first name basis with Henry Winkler. Like that's how the story has been spun. Um,
I love that.
Never let a few raw facts get in the way of a good story.
No.
Yeah, and I guess I was technically me and my boy Henry. Um,
That's so cute.
I know, precious man.
Oh my
Um,
God.
anyway, okay. Do you know that I've been to a taping of the Ellen Show? there's a screenshot somewhere that if
No.
yeah, if you want to find it and you want to put it in here, you can see me in the audience on the Ellen show. I am wearing the worst outfit. It
When
was
did you do this?
it was with the interns that were there before you. Um it was with actually.
You went to go see Ellen DeGeneres with not clickbait.
Not clickbait. Okay. I can't believe I haven't told you that either. This is a day of fucking lations.
This is a day of revelation. There's so many revelations today, you might think the rapture is gonna happen.
There's just my clothes hanging in the air as I
Yeah,
I'm
left
not the one.
behind.
No, I'm not the one who's going. I'm pretty solid on that. Um Also, the rapture's not real. Oh my god, this is about Ellen.
But it doesn't have to be. I
It
mean,
doesn't have to
really
be.
everything's about the rapture because,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen one day and we're all gonna be taken. So
Yeah, let's hard pivot to the rapture. Actually, let's hard pivot to 9/11.
yeah, it's hard pivot to
Oh,
9/11.
wait, my only thing is Ellen DeGeneres has a really wrinkly neck. I don't know if they retouch it after or it was an off day, but that when I was viewing the Ellen show, I did indeed observe her wrinkly fucking neck. And
Oh
just I
wow.
remember being like, God, that's a wrinkly neck.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, but Jim Parsons was also there. Hey, Jim Parsons.
Hey Jim.
Cool. Anyway, let's talk about 9/11. 9/11.
And moving right along to 9/11, we're going
9.
we're gonna hop right over to 9/11.
Yes. Okay. You know the domino effect, yeah? Did you know it before I told you I was going to cover the domino effect of
The domino
9/11,
effect of
9/11 to Ellen getting canceled?
no, I don't know anything about that actually.
Oh,
I guess I'm buckling up.
buckling up. We're going to travel through time, folks.
Okay.
Um okay. So, on September 1st, 2011.
Hi, Bimbo Katy here, reporting live from the editing booth. I just needed to hop on here and clarify really fast that me and Bert both know when 9/11 happened. There were a lot of numbers being said, a lot of 11s and 1s being thrown around, and we do in fact know that 9/11 did not happen in 2011. It did in fact happen, see, I know it, on September 11th, 2001, not September 1st, 2011. I just had to clarify really fast and just make sure everybody knows because we're not fucking dumb. We're bimbos. We're not stupid. Okay, bye guys. Thank you. What
Um
happened that day?
Not much.
Okay.
The guys from the Saw movie got out. The
Of
Saw
jail?
movie No, the Saw movie is set on September 10th, 2001. And it's just like, they're not going
Oh.
to have a good day tomorrow either.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, that's pretty shitty.
yeah, but I think one of them dies, so I guess it's fine. The other one just has to cut off his foot. But anyway, I don't know what else happened 9/11 because a kind of big deal happened. Tragically, 2 planes flew into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and one crashed in the field in Pennsylvania. There's no bit about that. So we're going to move right past it.
That just happened.
It's objectively terrible, okay? I sound angry about it. It's a terrible thing. And moving on, I can't do this. I cannot talk about a heavy thing and then move past it. 9/11 was bad. Um,
It's okay. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
We're on the same page. It was bad.
Yeah. But what happened that is relevant to this story on that day is a young Gerard Way watched it happen on his way into work. Are you familiar with Gerard Way?
He's like an emo guy, right?
Yes, he went on, inspired by what he witnessed, and not inspired by 9/11, but inspired to do something meaningful. He created a band, My Chemical Romance.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Black Parade, teenagers. Love
I
them.
really only know about them because of Trisha Paytas. Sorry.
I know we did a full episode on her, but sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry for that one mention.
Moving
Um,
on.
yeah. So he starts My Chemical Romance. The reason that you know exactly where all the emos and homos are when someone hits a certain key on a piano. I think it's a G. But following up to that, Stephanie Meyer, the author of the Twilight books,
Mormon.
oh right, Mormon sex dream is what inspired Twilight.
I don't know, but she's a Mormon.
She is a
Still.
Mormon. She's yeah. Well, honestly, that's I think the least surprising part of this domino effect.
Okay,
Is
sorry. You keep going. I'm gonna
no. I
stop.
just am trying to think. Of course, Stephanie Meyer's a fucking Mormon. She
Yeah.
wrote about
Yeah,
a
she's Mormon.
7,000-year-old person marrying like a 6-month-old or whatever happens.
Yeah,
But
it's very Mormon.
yeah, and you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster. Um, iconic lines. I've only seen the first one though. I haven't seen any of the other Twilight movies. I know.
Really?
Well, I wasn't allowed to watch them.
Oh my God, we have to watch them.
Anyway, she credits My Chemical Romance of one of the big shapers, one of the big inspirations while writing it. Not what inspired the story, but like what she listened to while she did it, where she drew some of the vibes from, things like that. She confirmed that in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Okay, moving on. 50 Shades of Grey started as Twilight fan fiction. I think E.L. James wrote it on her commute on her iPhone in the Notes app and started the other domino effect that got us the After series and the Kissing Booth series, probably. But after the Twilight fanfiction turned into 50 Shades of Grey and became a hit for, I think, just like middle-aged women in sexless marriages, they made a movie out of it starring Dakota Johnson.
I see where this is going.
Yes. Now, Dakota Johnson, strongly, admittedly, a nepo baby. Would she have gotten this role in Peanut Butter Falcon without 50 Shades of Grey on her resume? Probably. She could have pulled it off, but this is a significant thing in her career. So we're going to say she needed this to get, the recognition that she got to be in Peanut Butter Falcon. She is on the Ellen Show promoting Peanut Butter Falcon. When we get, actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
I see. I see it, and everything's connected. Everything's connected, and I think that this is just a really good reminder of that.
Time is a
To
flat
be
circle.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
yeah.
I actually had never heard that in my life.
You haven't? Okay,
No.
I'm gonna speed run it without the inputs, just so we got it, just so everyone's up to speed. Gerard Way saw the towers fall on 9/11. That inspired him to start the band My Chemical Romance. Stephanie Meyer listened to My Chemical Romance while writing the Twilight books. She says it heavily influenced the vibe. E.L. James wrote 50 Shades of Grey as Twilight fan fiction. I believe it was Bella and Jacob. No, Bella and Edward. I don't know. I said I wasn't going to do tangents. Dakota Johnson starred in the 50 Shades of Grey movie. That helped build her career to Peanut Butter Falcon. She was on the Ellen Show promoting Peanut Butter Falcon when she ripped that bitch to shreds.
Beautiful.
I love that one. I'm not the one who made those connections. It was some gay person on Reddit, I think, but shout out to whoever did it.
We love a gay person on Reddit.
Talk about reclaiming straight spaces. All the gay people in my town go to the local dive biker bar now, and I'm like, yes, get in there, girl.
Get in there, girl. Love it. Love it.
Love it. Okay. Love it. Fucking whirlwind of a story and fucking whirlwind of emotions from me. So thanks for everyone for sitting through that, trucking through that. God, I look like a fucking little German boy. This is the problem. I got new hair product and I have nothing in my hair.
She's not a Christian.
She's not a Christian. Yes. Okay. So final thoughts on Ellen as a whole, Dakota Johnson as a whole. I made that worse.
Okay. First, I have to say, me and Dakota Johnson do share a birthday. We're Libra queens. So,
and I knew that. She said October 4th, and I said, that's Katy's birthday.
October 4th. I think I wanted to just quickly mention how quickly Ellen comes in. We already kind of touched on this, but it was so shocking to me how fast Ellen comes in with the confrontation. It is immediate.
Out of the gate.
The camera starts. Ellen comes in. She goes in so hard, so fast. It's fucking insane. Um, Obviously the beginning of the end, duh, awkward laughing. Ellen knows it's done for her. I think in my little brain,
Hmm.
I think during this interview, Ellen knew. She knew that this
Yes.
was over.
It's in
She
the
knew.
eyes.
It's in the eyes. It's the way she's laughing. It's the way she's interacting. She's really trying to play it cool. She's really trying to bring that charisma in. But I can see it in her eyes. She knows she is done for. She knows this is the last straw. She knows from this moment
Yeah.
on, things will never be the same.
I
I don't
am
make
honestly
little.
shocked that they still have that video on their YouTube account.
Me too. That's what I said. I was like, wait, why the fuck do they have this on their account? Like
Hmm.
just there on their account. Also, do you know Patty Harrison, the comedian?
The name sounds so familiar.
Okay, I'll send her to you later. But she has a long standing, like for years, ongoing bit that I'll probably have to share more with you off air. But
Oh, God.
but it's basically just a long standing bit about how she keeps going on to the Ellen show and Ellen keeps like calling her
Oh, yep,
slurs.
yep, 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 yep.
And oh my God, okay, yeah. Sorry, I just really thought about that. In good fun, my ass. That was the only other thing I wrote. In good fun, my ass. I in that Vox article, it was basically talking about like how Ellen, usually does all this stuff in
Hmm.
good fun. And I was like, no, in good fun, my ass, which
Yes, yes,
Vox
yes, yes,
agreed with me.
yes.
They knew what they were saying. But it is so funny how that is always the argument with Ellen is like, well, it's all in
Hmm.
good fun. Like she's just having a good time. I'm like, if you had somebody in your life that was scaring the shit out of you like that and also like just
Hmm.
being really weirdly confrontational and like very, I
Yeah.
don't even know. She just has bad vibes, bad energy, bad vibes. And I'm so, so glad that she is gone.
Oh
Like, I know
yeah,
she's still alive, but I'm so glad she's gone.
yeah. She's still alive. She's fine. She moved to the UK or something because Portia's
Also,
citizen.
Portia doesn't act anymore. Actually, I'm going to bring in our special guest real fast
Oh my
to,
God, fiance!
I'm going to bring in my special fiance guest to explain this theory, this ongoing theory that we do have about Portia and Ellen. So hold
Oh
on
my
one
God,
second.
I'm so excited.
Fiance, hello.
Do you want to build a snowman?
So here is resident Ellen DeGeneres hater, my fiance.
Hello, hello, hello. Hold on. Do I sit here?
Sit right here.
I can't hear myself, so this is gonna be lovely. Well, I guess I
Oh.
can hear myself right here and right now in the space.
It's fine. I won't say
Hello,
anything.
hello, birth you, birth of
Hello.
me. Is that short? Is that what Bert's short for?
It's short
Bert
for
to me?
Bertrude.
Bertrude.
Bertrude. Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Bertrude.
Hello.
Yeah, so where should I begin? Do you want me to talk about my Portia theory?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
ready
what
to
we're doing?
talk about your Portia
Hold on, my
theory.
glasses are smudged. So I'm a lover of Portia from Arrested Development, as I'm sure many are. I actually have never seen Ally McBeal, so I should like get on that probably. Cause she's wait.
I think she's
No,
on it.
she's not. I'm
Oh,
thinking of Jane Krakowski,
oh. You get your
who
blood
I
places
also
mixed up.
love. Yes. But I think Portia's very talented, and I think that Ellen was like, well, only one of us can be talented and successful. And I mean, she kind of like starts to drop off around the time that she got in a relationship with Ellen. So I think Ellen is very controlling in that way.
I
And then that's when
see.
we started to see Portia less and less and less, which is a damn shame
Hmm.
because one was a daytime talk show host, which we can live without. One, a brilliant little slutty little comedian,
Hmm.
at least in
Loki a
Arrested Development.
bimbo.
Loki a bimbo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like y'all should get the shirt she wears in Arrested Development that says
Yes. You can say it. You can say it on
slut.
here.
Slut.
Thank you.
Slut.
So that's my Portia theory.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm just a big fan of this moment in pop culture history. You know, I remember where I was. I
Where
actually
were you?
don't. I actually don't. I just know that I remember it.
I was with you when I saw it for the first time. You showed it to me.
Okay. When was it?
It was
2019, 2020?
2019,
29. It was pre-2020.
pre
Um,
2020.
Right,
yeah.
because
Because
there's like
yeah,
a Christmas, excuse me, a Christmas episode,
this is
right?
not my
Yeah.
hat.
I think
It's
it's
mine. Did you not tell the audience that?
I did tell the
Okay.
audience that
It's mine. Thank you to my brother.
Hi,
He got it for
brother.
me. I need to wear it more. I'm usually bad about wearing hats because I used to not really like my face. And a hat really makes people look at your face because they can't see your hair.
Oh,
So I'm gonna wear it more.
interesting. I love it.
Um, but yeah, I really love that moment. Do you want to hear my thoughts on the moment, or have y'all
Sure.
discussed it
We've
too
discussed
much?
everything from
Yeah.
the moment itself to how it did how 9/11 caused that moment.
I'm a big believer in that as well. I'm glad y'all talked about that. I think when you were rewatching it earlier today, I think she could have saved herself
Hmm.
earlier if she had just been like the minute she was like, oh, Dakota's not fucking around. She's calling my
Yeah.
ass out. You've been like, you know what, girl, you're right. I was just trying to, yeah, bad. But
Yeah.
she like goes into it a little more and then peels back, and then it's awkward at that point because she
Yeah.
looks bitter.
Hmm.
That's what we kept saying is like they just both kept absolutely digging and digging and digging and digging themselves into a hole until it was like, but one of the holes was like a really good hole and one of the holes was a really bad hole.
As is par for the course.
Any hole's a goal.
Well, not here.
Dakota's hole is a goal.
Dakota's hole
Dakota's
was the
hole's the
goal.
goal.
Ellen's goal hole. I'm a
Probably
goal.
wrinkly like her neck.
Wrinkly like her neck. Sorry.
Thank you.
He saw Ellen in real life at a taping. Her neck is really wrinkly.
Oh, well, I guess because that idea of like you need to get the neck as well is newer. So like folks from an older
She didn't
generation,
know to moisturize the neck.
she didn't know to moisturize the
To
neck.
retinol the neck.
I don't, so that's gonna be me.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I need
start.
to get it better. Hopefully, y'all, this light is not gonna do well. Okay, I'm going through puberty. That's why I have a lot of acne. You can't judge me for that. You can't.
No.
Well, everyone, meet my lovely fiance.
I don't have a ring.
I love it. Power couple.
Yeah, and I told the audience at home that they all need to get a he they lesbian. They all need to get a trans masc lesbian because they're the best.
10 out of 10, if I say so myself. Well, you know, I guess 9 out of 10. Maybe there's some out there who aren't great, but you know, I try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning and I say, yeah.
He, they of the day.
He they of the day. You're doing it for the community, baby. Well, thank you so much
Amazing.
for coming on and for giving us your thoughts and for sharing with us the Portia theory.
Of course. Love. Sorry.
Did you have a hair in your mouth?
I thought so. I don't think so. I think it was like the breeze of the mic getting pushed back into my face and I freaked out and then I thought I felt a hair. I was getting
Okay.
nervous. This is nervous. This is my first time on screen.
He's killing it.
Thank
Killing
you.
it, babe.
Let me suggest a topic.
Okay.
I got a lot of ideas in this head.
Are you gonna take over the podcast?
Do it. Was it last week that I asked him if he wanted to do a podcast with me? I think it was.
Oh
One
yeah.
of those weeks I did ask.
I'm planting the seed, and then I'm planting the seed so Bert one day thinks it's your
Mhm.
idea, and then it was mine all along.
It's already my idea. We got to get Katy on board. So,
Why do I have to be on board?
with getting out, you know? What?
What?
Hostile takeover, babe. Do you not get that that's what we're plotting?
Oh,
He can't hear me and he knows we're plotting a hostile takeover.
Gotcha.
I
Oh.
guess unfortunately this shows that the only true through and through Bimbo is sitting here right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, I can never replace you.
This is
in
true.
that.
This
No.
is true.
We'll do a different one.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's so handsome.
I know. That's my fiance.
Oh my God. I can't wait to have him on.
I know.
You got to get different headphones for that. Oh, because I mean,
Oh my God, yeah. No, I definitely will.
that's all I got. Anyway, this episode, strong chance it may be clocking in about 15 minutes. I'm sorry, folks. I had a great time. I hope you did too.
I had a great time. I learned a lot. I learned about how 9/11 did cancel Ellen. I learned about how 9/11 did cancel Ellen DeGeneres.
A fifth plane has hit Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank.
Ellen DeGenerate.
Bring her back. Bring her back. Um, no, you did learn a lot. You also learned definition of degenerate. Maybe I'm pretty confident I'm right and you're
We'll look it
wrong,
up.
but we'll see. We'll find out. Fuck around, find out. What else did I learn? I learned that I do want to do Madam Web as an episode for this podcast. All side notes, but thank you folks so much for joining us this week. We can't wait
Thank
to
you.
do it again next week.
Yeah.
And our first episode is live, so thanks for all the people that are gassing us up. We can't do it without you. Get us
We
off the
appreciate
ground.
you.
We can't fly without a runway.
Please, we need to quit our day jobs. Please
We
listen.
dedicated 15 minutes before we started recording this episode, talking about how we need to get out of our day jobs. So
Yes, please. We love doing this so
Yes.
much. So thanks for
Yes.
listening. Keep listening.
Oh, sorry to cut you off.
No,
but
you're good.
if you want to know in advance what we are doing, what we are covering, if you want to be able to tune in, typically we're doing it a few days before. We'll try to get it to the week before to let you know what we're going to cover. But we're posting that on Instagram at Bimbo Book Club Pod, where you'll see what we're covering in upcoming episodes, and you can stay up to date with us as we post little promos and fun things like
Yes.
that.
You can catch up so that you can follow along.
Oh my God, my arms look crazy when I do that. Do you see that?
What did they do? Oh my God. Ooh. Put
Zoinks.
those things away.
We have to wrap this up before I fully unravel on camera. Thank you everyone
know,
for
me
a
too.
fun episode. I hated this episode. Actually,
This
that's
episode
not the
sucked.
truth, Ellen. Okay, bye. Girl. Okay.
What?
Yar.
Yeah.
She can go back up there now. Okay.
That was great.